As most of you know, I usually only do movie analysis, but sometimes I do some manga and or comic reviews. I did that for Berserk chapter 300 something a couple months ago, and now I'll do it for Attack on Titan chapter 119. These are basically only two manga I follow, so yeah, why not? This chapter's name is Big Brothers and Little Brothers, and rightfully so, because we basically have six people that can be in this category in this chapter. I'll first talk about everything else and then after that on them, but first of all I must address like Peak, one of my favorite characters in manga, was super useful this chapter, and generally this whole invasion on the Paradise Island. I really enjoyed like everybody were talking like Card Titan, it's useless, but she's so badass, like especially when she's with Maggot and they're like headshot, headshot, headshot. I really enjoyed her like actually in action, and I love her character very very much. Like she's definitely my top 5 characters at this point in Attack on Titan, and it was very very depressing for me when I saw that Armin really shot her, like shot Maggot, and I don't think Maggot is that. He's probably like very very wounded, but not dead. But yeah, now Pick is without her most valuable weapon, like that big cannon, and now next chapter is she's going up against Mikasa, and I believe that will probably be end for Pick. And as I said, like it's very depressing because like Mikasa for me is one-dimensional character, very and not interesting character at all. Like all she does is really like every time Eren gets attacked, like Eren, she comes to save him. But Pieck for me was such more charismatic and interesting character, and it's really shame that like she'll die, but especially that she'll die by Mikasa's blade next chapter. At least I would like to see maybe like her seeing that Eldia will get a better future, or maybe some scene with her father realizing that Eldia is finally free. I don't know, I just it would be nice. Okay, now first let's talk about it, like horror Eren dragging himself to Zeke. Like this whole chapter is basically very fast paced, and like there are a lot of things happening, but as I said, like this is like maybe 3 minutes in real life, like this manga. And yeah, Eren is dragging himself to the Zeke, and he's constantly attacked by Armored and Joe's Titan, and Joe's Titan gets demolished pretty effectively by Eren's hardened fists, and like this is the end for the Porco, but not that's not the point. Very tense, but it was really really brutal to see. I'm really impressed, as I said. Reiner is my favorite character, by the way, in Attack on Titan, and I'm really happy how much he had to do in this chapter. Like, he's basically constantly, like, fighting Eren throughout this whole street, you know? And it's really interesting to see, like, how much he has gone beyond that, like, I don't want to fight, I just want to die. No, like, he still wants to die, but he'll fight till the very end. And, yeah, this is the scene where he touches Galliard or Porco, whatever, and Porco sees the memories of Reiner, and I just love this panel. Like this face of Porco, I just love the realization of how much his brother really loved him. And yeah, this next thing I want to talk about, as I said, like Reiner's and Eren's fight is like constantly, like it's constantly happening, and now Zeke rises, and really every time Zeke does something in these latest chapters, like it's such a big moment where he crushed those Zeppelins, when he demolished Jaws and Armor Titan last chapter, and now he'll scream finally. Like it was such hyped up moment for a couple of chapters now. And then comes this Falco with Colt, and it's really sad. Really, this desperate Colt face is really selling you on this scene, and you really see Zeke is thinking this through. Like he really doesn't want to do this, but it has to be done, and he screams. And I'm really not sure what to think about this. Not really the Zeke scream, like it makes sense for Zeke's ideology, but this whole scene, because obviously Colt knows that his brother will turn into Titan, and he knows what will happen to him, and he still holds him. Like, I get it, like he loves him and it's all good, but like in my mind I will be like, run as far away from Falco, and when he turns I will somehow find a way to for Falco to eat Reiner, Jaws, Zeke or Eren. Like, this would be my first reaction if I was Colt, and not to grab my brother as tight as they could and to be burnt to crisps. Yeah, Niccolo is dead, Pixies as well, like they're turned into Titans, but I don't think they will become Titan shifters. It's really cool to see Pixies with the bottle till his last moments. But I will have to talk about this, like what is this? This is maybe my funniest Titan ever, like Falco, it looks, I don't even know what to say, like it looks like a fish, it's hilarious, and like his neck is very long and it's kind of interesting. Yeah, and Zeke commands him to attack Reiner. Here we see like crispy Colt, and we see that Gabi is like just like breaking her mind. Is like she can't comprehend this anymore. It's really cool see this scene to see Reiner like holding both Eren and Falco's Titan. And Reiner's face in this chapter was very interesting for me because you see like his like constantly there are emotions of Reiner throughout this whole, like he's scared for at one point when he hears that Falco will be turned into Titan. Now he's panic. Like really the range of emotion Sisiyama did with Reiner in this chapter was, and this is the same scene where they think that Zeke is dead, and in this scene, in this panel right here I really love because it's like really shows that how Reiner is really at this point like yeah, he wants to die, and he wants to die for this whole like time skip, and he's fighting now because he has to. But this is the scene where he finally knows that if he like weaken his hardening ability, he will die for something useful and good to save Falco, and he's like ready, right? He's really ready to die, but yeah, Galliard comes like some zombie from Walking Dead, and Porco knows that he will die, and Reiner is like, yeah, he realized that it is better for him to still live, and like Porco is, he'll die anyway, so yeah. So yeah, Falco is the new Jaws Titan, and this whole scene with the Galliard, I don't really know how to feel about it. I'm kind of angry that his final words are like, yeah, I'm better than you, Reiner. Like, I thought that they like finished this arguing and being rivals because Reiner saved Galliard when Eren tried to eat him in a couple chapters ago. I enjoyed his character throughout. I thought that he wasn't as interesting as Reiner or Pieck, but he was okay. And you really see like this Reiner's eye and the way he punches Eren, like, and with his roar and everything. Like you really see how angry he is at this point, like that so many of his friends had to die. And they're like, yeah, Eren did the hardening, tries to run. And I'm really happy that Jean and Connie at the end saved Eren. Really shows like their friendship is like they believe in Eren, that he'll do the right thing, although like he imprisoned them and all. And now we'll come to maybe one of the most controversial moments in Attack on Titan ever. Like Eren is running, Zeke is there, Gabi gets sniper, he shots Eren, Eren is decapitated. What a cliffhanger. Like, I can't wait for a month, but really, I don't believe Eren is dead here. I think he transferred his mind in his body like Reiner did. But nevertheless, like, Zeke is like, no, and we are like at that point, no, but yeah, I think Eren is alive, but what a cliffhanger nevertheless. Like, at the end, I would just say this shot is very interesting. Like, this is what I'm going back to what I said at the beginning, like, Mikasa versus Pieck. Like the Pieck size, I think, as I said, like I think this is the end for Pieck, but who knows. Guys, sorry if this was like this, like I was a bit, this review was kind of chaotic, was kind of all over the place, but I'm not really used to this kind of videos, but I hope you'll enjoy this. So yeah, this is it for this video. See you, bye.